inviting me. Really happy this is happening in Pasadena. I drove to a Santa Monica event maybe a year and a half ago. I was stuck in traffic for 2.5 hours, and I swore to never do that again. So I'm happy that this community is developing. So I'm Cole Hershwitz, CEO of Chai. This one? Yeah, it works. And it turns out, I was blown away when I found this out, but each of us, on average, are wasting $300 on our electric bill every single year. That's about 30% of our energy use. But the problem isn't that we're wasting this money. That is a problem. But the core problem, if you trace it back, is that there are hundreds of ways to waste energy. Some people are forgetful, they leave lights on. Others have old refrigerators. You know, my co-founder doesn't know how to program a thermostat. There are literally hundreds of ways to waste, and we're all totally left in the dark. Today, you can buy solutions that are called energy monitoring products. And they show you this. They're very nerdy. They're tailored towards people who can stare at a graph, and we get pleasure out of staring at a graph for 10 minutes at a time. And you're starting to noodle out, what does that mean? What does this mean? And that's when we saw this as a problem. I think it was about 3 years ago, I worked at a utility company in the area, and we would test out these devices that would sit on your countertop, and they would show you a number, and that number was supposed to somehow represent your energy usage. And you put these in front of nerds, and they nerd out, they have a blast with it, and they find a bunch of places they were wasting. But the average homeowner, 97% of people, would have no idea what to do with it. And that's why we created Chai. Chai shows you concrete places you're wasting energy on your electricity bill, and then shows you exactly what you can do to stop that waste. So how does it work? Looking at that slide. There are about 50 million of these smart electricity meters throughout the US, and all of them are constantly collecting data about the home, energy usage data. And today, this data just disappears in the ether, it gets thrown away, and it's really put to no use. And these meters were installed with the mandate by the regulators that utility companies, you need to reduce energy usage on the grid. This is a federal mandate that we need to go, this much renewable energy by this much time, this much energy efficiency. And what we do is we collect the data from this meter with a simple little device. We beam it up to the cloud. We beam it up to the cloud where we analyze it. This is ahead of where I want to be. We analyze these patterns, and we actually use these distinct jumps and drops, the signature of an appliance, if you will, to figure out when your stove is on, when your toaster is on, when your refrigerator is on. And then we go a step further, where we boil that down into things the customer actually cares about. We'll tell you if your fridge is old and inefficient and it's time to replace it with a new one. We'll let you know on your way out of the front door if you've left appliances on or your lights on, or God forbid, your stove, which is a huge fire hazard. So it goes beyond energy savings. It appeals to this idea of people not liking to leave things on. If I told any of you that, every single appliance in your home is on right now, some of you would get anxiety and start to kind of freak out and start sweating. Maybe not that much. I'm not going to oversell it. But a very important part of what we do is push notifications. Telling people this information, not after the fact, not a week later, not on your utility bill, but in the moment when it matters. When your refrigerator faults and breaks, we'll send you a notification so you can get a repairman in there to fix it before your eggs even go bad. When your stove is left on, we'll send you a notification on your way out of the door. So we're really bringing all these appliances in your home online today, and we're doing that for $25. This is leaps and bounds below any of these other smart devices on the market. You have the Nest thermostat. If you're rich, you can go out and buy it and put a couple on your wall for $1,000, and then your friends know you're rich. This is going to bring, let's be serious, that's why people buy that, right? I'm laughing because it's true. Now they're shaking their head. Yes. So we're getting this in the home for $25. We see this as bringing the idea of a smart home, the idea of an intelligent home, to a whole new type of people who don't care about having the sexiest thing on the wall, but they do care about eating dinner at night. How do we do this? We make money, 3 recurring models. We have a number of partnerships with utility companies who, as I mentioned before, are mandated by regulators to reduce energy usage on the grid. We have insurance companies where we can better price insurance and find low-risk individuals and sell them insurance at a lower price. And then retailers, where we send people back into retail stores to buy new refrigerators, to get appliances repaired, to get solar on their roof. Becomes a lead generation platform. Who's the team? 2 of us are out of Caltech. 2 of us are also out of Edison. We have over 6 years of experience. Evan at the executive level working at Southern California Edison, the local utility company. Myself and Ka, 2 Caltech degrees between us. Split evenly. We also have a board of advisors. Oh, also most importantly, we have 2 college dropouts out here. Neither of them is me. And now I need to update my computer, apparently. But I think that's the end of the presentation, so. Thank you. And really quick before we jump into questions, we're hiring software developers, communications and marketing people, and we're in the last licks of closing around.